Hello, I am Becca Denny. I am a graduate student in the Instructional Design program at Western Kentucky University. Today, we will be discussing Ruth Clark's effective e-learning principle, the Coherence Principle. Okay, that was way too flashy and way too much. Let's try that again. Hello, I am Becca Denny. I am a graduate student in the Instructional Design program at Western Kentucky University. Today we will be discussing Ruth Clark's effective e-learning principle, the Coherence Principle. Whew, that was much better use of the Coherence Principle. I hope that you take away from this video what the Coherence Principle is, and additionally be able to identify good and bad use of this principle. So you may be wondering, what is the Coherence Principle? The Coherence Principle discusses how the use of what has recently become known as seductive details can actually hinder the learning process. Mayer performed several experiments with HARP and found that seductive details distract learners from key information, disrupt learners' mental organization of information, and activate prior knowledge that was irrelevant to the topic being learned. I'm sure at some point you have been exposed to glammed up PowerPoints or excessively detailed instructions or videos in a learning environment. You probably didn't take away much from that learning experience. Today we will explore some ways to enhance e-learning opportunities to be more effective for your learners. Remember, the important part of following this principle is to keep it simple. Seductive details will hurt learning. It is more effective to have simple information presented than to glam it up and make it flashy or by adding in unimportant information. This takes away from what the learner is truly after, the important information. Let's take a look at a couple of examples. Pay attention to what is shown and think about which example you feel like you can take more away from. Feel free to pause and go back to see the differences. Let's start with the Spanish lesson about the human body. So which slide do you feel was easier to learn from? Yes, both slides can be learned from, but the second slide can be more effective for your learners. By having the Spanish words next to the body parts instead of in an animated list, there is less distraction, and associating the words to an image will help with learning. Let's take a look at a second example about changing attire. Which example do you feel better captures good use of the Coherence Principle? The single slide of information was way too much information that is poorly presented to the learner. It is not nearly as clear as the short video on what to do to change attire. The video keeps it simple by using few words and mainly focusing on the visual actions of changing attire. So that's it for the basic introduction to the Coherence Principle. When developing learning, remember to keep it simple and that seductive details can distract your learners from key information, disrupt learners' mental organization of information, and activate prior knowledge that is irrelevant to the topic at hand. If you are wanting more information on this topic, refer to the reference list at the end of this video. Happy learning! Thanks for watching.